Hello and welcome to the GBC Productions channel. This is episode 59. In this video, I will be taking apart a Game Boy player for the Nintendo GameCube. This is part 2 of the previous video. We're also going to look inside an Ethernet adapter and an e-reader for the Game Boy. Here's the label on the back of the Game Boy player. So let's start with the Game Boy player. So to get into this, there's a bunch of the Nintendo screws. There really isn't a lot on here other than the extension connector and the game slot. There's an eject lever, and this is a connector that hooks to the GameCube itself. There's nothing else on this. There's a lot of screws that hold this together. And we're in to see the RF shield. More screws. I'll dump out some more screws. Here's the eject mechanism that will eject the Game Boy cartridges. Now we'll take a little look at the main board. I believe this chip is the CPU. Here's a Nintendo branded chip. Some electrolytic capacitors. Here's the Game Boy cartridge connector. And here's the uplink connector. Here's the back side of the board. And that's what's inside a Game Boy player. So off camera, I'm going to put this back together, and then we're going to take a look inside of the e-reader. With the Game Boy player out of the way, let's continue on. Now this uses those tri-point screws. And there we are. See if I can pop the board out of here. Here's the back of the board. And the front. This looks like the optical pickup, and then the two above are going to be the infrared emitters. And the card just slides through the slot. The light would be reflected off the card, and it would be able to process it. Now this is a pass-through for the uplink. I'm assuming one of these chips is memory. Some games have multiple cards. Hold on a moment, I'm going to go grab a card and show you. Here's what the cards look like. This one's for Animal Crossing. And this is what the sensor on there is looking for. Donkey Kong Jr. can also be read into this. This is card 2 of 5. You'd scan both edges. Once all the cards were scanned in, you would actually have the whole game on the e-reader. Now this card is a demo card for Mario 3. So now we've seen inside the e-reader. So when I come back, we're going to take a look inside of this Ethernet adapter. So here's a little closer look at the Ethernet adapter, the label on it. It has a standard RJ45 connector, and the connector that actually hooks to the GameCube itself. Surprisingly, there are only 4 screws that hold this one together. And we're in. And a few more screws to get the board out. And the board's out, and it looks like there is some RF shielding. Let me see if I can get this shielding off. Can I get this RF shield off without desoldering? I don't know. Here's the back side of the board. Maybe I can get it off. Now we get a better look at the chips inside of it. And the back again. And that's what's inside the Ethernet adapter for the Nintendo GameCube. Don't forget to subscribe for more, mash that like button, and comment below. Until next time, this is Uncle D from GBC Productions, signing off.